Hey guys, it's Woody the Unexceptional Gamer, and Activision has released details about their new downloadable content. So the first half of this video is going to be talking about the first map pack that comes out, and then after that I'm going to talk about their plans for downloadable DLC over the next 9 months. So the first map we're looking at on your screen right now is Liberation. Liberation takes place, I think, in Central Park in New York City. And, you know, I have to warn you, when they characterize these maps, they don't always do it accurately, but this one is supposed to have lots of long lines of sight. And there's also mounted guns on either end of the map, so if you're willing to put yourself out in the middle and possibly get shot before too long, you get extreme firepower, kind of like the helicopter on, is it Fallen? I forget. So, yeah, anyway, this takes place in Central Park. There's long lines of sight. They're calling it sort of a sniper map, and it looks like it's mostly flat and has lots of long lines of sight. One thing I worry about on this map is how players are going to pop. I mean, gosh, talk about effective camo. Like, I already have problems in Modern Warfare 3 with being able to see the guys, and we'll see how it works out. I don't mean to fuss before I've even played it. This map right here is Piazza. It's spelled a lot like pizza, and it's supposed to take place in this like Italian restaurant idyllic area that's anything but ideal. That's how they describe it. Another thing that they tell us is that it's all about close quarters combat. So there's going to not be a lot of long lines of sight, kind of the opposite of the previous map, and there's a lot of verticalness to it. Now, previously, vertical games didn't play that well. It kind of led to people camping in those positions of advantage. But again, I don't want to, fuss too much. Maybe it'll be awesome. Maybe it'll be totally awesome. The maps look attractive. I'll give them that. These things are really good looking maps. So yeah, that'll be a good thing. And yeah, so there's two maps coming out on January 24th for Xbox Live users. Now for PS3 users, they said they'll be released at a later date. And also that's true for PC users. At a later date, historically in the Call of Duty series has meant 1 month. That Xbox guys get it 1 month before the other people do. And let's go on about that. So I had previously, in one of my other videos, incorrectly reported that everyone's getting this stuff at the same time, that Xbox Elite is the same for everybody. And it turns out that's not the case. So what happened is a while ago, Microsoft paid for the rights to get DLC for Call of Duty series first. And I guess that agreement is still in effect. I've heard it rumored that this is the last Call of Duty where that's going to happen, but I don't know if that's true or not. And here I am reporting more inaccurate stuff. I don't know. That's what I heard. I'll share it, but don't consider that confirmed or anything. But for this release, for Modern Warfare 3, Xbox is still getting their stuff first, and historically that advantage has meant about 1 month before the PS3 and the PC guys get it. Another thing that's new is 9 months of content. So they intend to release stuff every month, January through September, which is another change of pace. Like I don't know that they ever said there'd be a year worth of content, but I had it sort of burned in my head that there'd be new maps every month, like on a regular basis for a year, since Call of Duty Elite runs monthly or all year. I had this notion that they'd be releasing stuff all year, but it turns out that's not the case. That in September they're going to relax, and I guess there won't be any new content for October, and then in November, while there won't be any new content, there'll be a new Call of Duty, and who's really interested in a Modern Warfare 3 map pack when Black Ops releases at that same time? So that's something new that I learned today. They're going to be doing this for 9 months. And the last thing I wanted to share is that not all DLC is going to be multiplayer maps. Some of the DLC that they release is going to be survivor game modes, or maybe they'll release survivor game modes on existing maps that weren't previously available in Spec Ops. So, or maybe new Spec Ops missions entirely, right? Things like that. So for me personally, I'm not as much a Spec Ops guy as I am a multiplayer guy. So the months where they release a new Survivor or Spec Ops mission won't be the months that suit me personally. But when I go and I talk to other people, sometimes I find that, like in Black Ops, all they played was combat training. They weren't really multiplayer guys. They preferred combat training. It was just their mode of gaming, and they played with their friends and did their thing. Some guys, are into Spec Ops and play that as much as the multiplayer stuff does. I still think that, look, let's not deny that the multiplayer stuff is the biggest part of Call of Duty. It's why it is Call of Duty. But not every month is going to be a new multiplayer map. And for that, I'm a little bummed, right? It doesn't fit me personally, but maybe it'll fit you. Maybe it'll be awesome. So anyway, this is the new multiplayer Call of Duty information that they released out there. They actually did it in video form, but that if they put it on YouTube, usually it's open season to go ahead and use that stuff in your own content. They're just happy to get the word out. But when they put it on Elite, I don't know that we had that same clearance. So rather than that, I used the pictures that they released and some text. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video and learned something new. And this is part of what you get out of Elite. Oh, Oh, by the way, I don't know the price, but I think that you can buy the map packs individually if that's your cup of tea. But I don't know the schedule at which you'll be able to buy them or the price. But I don't think you have to be in Elite to get these. That's what they said at Call of Duty XP, that it's an option. So, we'll learn more about that, I guess, as these things go on sale. Okay, if you enjoy my stuff and you're new around here, you can click on subscribe in the top right. 2 videos you may have missed and liked. The top one is me playing with subs. I talk about that and how the experience is going. I play with PS3 guys this time, which is something new for me. The bottom one is Mail Monday. I talk about a guy with erection stage fright. Another guy dealing with haters. He's putting music stuff out there in the world for the first time and getting some positive and negative feedback on it. And the bottom one is a guy who wants to talk about pursuing dream jobs, a thing or two that I know about. So surprise video on the right, links in the description to t-shirts, and follow me on Facebook and Twitter if you're interested in what's going on outside of just the videos, and have a good day.